Alright guys, welcome back. Now in this part what we are going to do is that here we have created the variables, guys, correct? We created the variable as 10 before batch job. Remember this? We have created the variable as 10 before the batch job. Now we're going to change the value. What I'm going to do is that let's see if this works. Okay, vars dot payload, I'll say plus payload. Okay, payload, which means that this would be like 10 plus 10. Okay, what it means is that, see, here you have created a variable called 10 and now it will be 10. The first payload is 10. The next is the value gets incremented, right? 20 plus 11, then 31. This is what is expected, but let's see if this really works or not. Okay, let's see how it works. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add another batch step here. Okay, and I'm going to rename it as B01 S02. Okay, B01 and S02, and here all I'm going to do is that I'm going to add two loggers, logger 1, and I'm going to print payload. That's it. Print payload. Print payload, LOAD. Okay, print payload. Okay, and I'm going to add another logger as well. No, that's just for this is an abstract logger which is of no use. We just wanted to when you debug it, right, when you click on the next step, you know what you're looking at. Okay, now my only question is that what will happen to this variable in batch step 02. Okay, I want to make a note of it. Let's see how it behaves. Okay, debug. Okay, let's see how it behaves in the step 02. And to do that, you know what, let me even print. Okay, let's first check this and print it and then see what happens. Okay, let it get deployed. Okay, it got deployed. Cool. So let's make a hit. Ready? So this would have sent the result. Okay, that's okay. That's done. Now, so the first change value. Okay, the first change value is nothing but, okay, okay, so it's not able to convert it. It says MIME. Okay, that's all right, not a problem. We are going to change it to DW 2.0 output application /JSON ##. Okay, and we are going to change the value, and here let me even keep the same thing as even here as well. Okay, just in case the value is 10. Now let's debug and check it. Because of the MIME type issues, it was not able to add it, but that's okay, not a big problem at all. Okay, it's a minor thing and we can rectify it. Okay, deployed place. Let's get it deployed. All right, so many things. Okay, I'm going to remove the debug point here and I'm going to keep it over here itself, so that you know we are going to start directly from there. Okay, okay, cool. Now the first step, it has taken the first record, right? It has taken the first record. Now what is the value of this create variable? Remember, it's 10. Now here we are going to say 10 plus the payload. What is the payload? Payload is nothing but 10. Let us see what happens. Now the output is 20. See, before batch job it is 20. Okay, next it took again 10 plus 11, it has become 21. Next 10 plus 12, the next value, which is nothing but 22. So third one, 10 plus 13, that is 33. Okay, 10 plus 14, that is 24. 10 plus 15, that is 25. See here, it has printed, it has been 25. Now when it goes to step 2, just see here. What is the variable it has taken? It has taken 20. Okay, that's odd. Next, it has taken 21. Okay, that's odd. It has taken 22. Guys, there is something wrong that we have understood. Did you guys see this, the variable, how it's getting propagated? Getting confused? Okay, let's make it out clear. Okay, let me bring this our notepad. Okay, what do you call that? Let me bring you this notepad and let's see what let us try to understand our analysis. Okay, now here you have a array. Please pay attention to this. Okay, here you have an array. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Cool? Yeah, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now this is array of 0. Agreed? This is array of 0. Okay, and we'll say this is array of 1. Okay, now this is array of 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then we created one dummy variable, correct? We created one dummy variable and the variable name is before batch job, correct? This is the variable name, before batch job. So before batch job, what is the value? It was 10. This is what we had set. Agreed? Then we created a batch job. Let's create a huge, okay, let me bring this here. This is our payload. Okay, this is our payload and this is our variable. Now we created a batch job. Agreed? We'll say batch job. In that batch job we had steps. Agreed? We had steps. This is the first step. Is there a way how I can push it above? Not sure how to push it above. Okay, that's okay. This is batch step 01. Okay, this is batch step 01. Okay, BS01, batch step 01. Okay, and here there is another called batch step 02, B02, S02. Correct? Now in this batch step, what we did, we said that we use a small expression here. We said that vars dot this guy plus payload. Okay, and in which variable we are saving? We are saving this in the same variable. Okay, this variable itself. So ideally it has become something like this. Let me take this and I'll say like this, equal to. Clear on this? See here, equal to. This is what has happened, correct? So what has happened? Batch job is equal to 10, that is equal to vars plus payload. So when the first record enters, here, okay, let me say this as a batch job. This is your batch job. Now when the first record enters, what will happen? Before variable would be nothing but 10. First is 10 plus 10, that is equal to 20. Now in the second record it will be again 10 plus 11. Okay, where is this 10 coming from? This 10 plus this 10, and again this 10 here. Okay, let me clear. Again this 10 and this 11. So what will happen? This is nothing but your 21. Okay, next let me take it. Third record, 10 plus 12, 22. 10 plus 13, 23, 10 plus 14, 10 plus 14, that is 24, and finally 10 plus 15, 10 plus 15, which is 25. So did you guys understand? I hope you understood. So see here, this 10 every time it is setting back to this guy only, and then this particular 10 is nothing but this payload. Okay, this payload. Okay, now once this is done, you have this new value, right? 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. That value is exactly what you saw in the step 02. In here, when it went to step 02, right? When it went to step 02, okay, let me scroll this a little bit here. When it went to step 02, so the batch job 01 in the first iteration it was 20. In the second iteration, remember this is all working on iteration, one record at a time. 21, then you have 22, 22, 23, and 20, again 24. I'm sorry, 24, and then 25. So which means there is a continuity from one batch step to another batch step. This variable, if it gets changed within this batch job, if this variable gets changed within this batch job, then that variable will be propagated to the next batch step, and it will again continue to next batch step. Doubt? You have doubt? Let's check it out. Here, now I'll create another batch step, and here I'm going to take the same value here, and I'm going to add it in this step. Okay. Here, change the value again. Change the value from before batch job plus payload, and I'm going to take another batch step 3. I'm going to replicate as it is. Okay. Where did it went anywhere else? Okay, so edit. Okay, I think I can't copy this, is it? Edit. Okay, so let's do one thing. I'm gonna add another batch step here, and I'm going to replicate as it is. Copy, paste. Okay, and I'm going to call it as B1, B01, B01, S03. I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to print only the payload and the abstract payload. Now see the most funny part. Okay, now see how it works. And just to clear the error out, here I'm going to change, instead of 10 I'm going to start with 100 this time. Okay, 100. Create variable. We're going to set before batch job, which is as 100. Save it. Now see how it works, because the reason why I'm taking too much of time in this particular unit is because this is very important to understand how the variables are propagated within the particular batch job B01. Okay, so in one batch you have multiple steps. I want you to understand how the variables are propagated. Now once this is done, there's again another batch 01. So when it gets shifted from one batch to another batch, that's another module altogether. So let's see how this works. Okay, debug. Ready? Debug. Okay, it's done. So okay, now it's going to first batch. Ready? First batch, what is the value? It is 100. Where is the 100 coming from? Please understand, where is the 100 value coming from? 100 is coming from here, correct? This is what the 100 is been set over here. Agreed? Okay, now next step. So we are changing the value 100 plus the payload. What are the payload? Payload are 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 100 plus 10. So where is the debugger? 100 plus 10. That is nothing but 110. Here 110. Next 100 plus 11. 111. Okay. So 111. See here. Next 100 plus 12. 112. 100 plus 13. 113. 100 plus 14. 114. 100 plus 15. 115. Okay. Now it went to second batch step. Now let's clear. So what all the values we have right now? So we have 100 plus 10, right? 110. 100. This is batch step 01. In the batch step 01, you have 100, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115. Now it went to batch step 02. Now see what happens. Okay. Now it's going to print the payload. That's okay. Now we are going to change. What is the payload? Payload is 10. Now see here. 110 plus 10. See. 120. 111 plus 10. 111 plus 11. 122. See here. It's guys, did you guys understanding it, right? Now the payload is 12. Now the next the payload is 12. Next the value is 112. 112 plus 12. Okay. So 124. Okay. Next is, see, 126. Next is 128. Okay. Next is 130. Okay. Now what has happened? So the value that was there 100, right? It got traversed from the updated value 110, right? 110 plus the payload. 110 plus the payload. What was the payload from the previous value? Yeah, and then it kept on changing and incrementing it. Now if you see, the batch job is 120. See, next is 122. This is exactly what 120, 122, 124, 125, 126, 128. This is what batch step. Now it's in batch step 03, and here since we are not performing any operation, it will just print as it is. If you would have performed anything, then it would have, okay, 124, 126, I'm sorry, 126, 128. Let's see, 122 here, 124, 126 and 128, and finally 130, and then it completes, and at the end of on complete you will have exactly this value. On complete you will always have this variable. Okay, on complete you always have this variable. So it's like 126, 128 and 130. Okay, 122, 126, 128 and 130. So where did this 120 value come into picture? Think about it. It was like 110 plus 10. Okay, next is 111 plus 11. Next 112 plus 12 and so on. Okay, 113 plus 13. Okay, where is this 110 from? This is 110 from the previous batch step, 111 from this batch step, 112. Okay, let me clear this. Okay, so 110 from this batch step, 111 from this batch step, 112 from this batch, 113 from this, and this is nothing but your payload. This payload, right? Payload is equal to 10 to 15. That is exactly what's happening. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and so on. Now if I had added even here as well vars dot that before batch job plus payload, then this output would be completely different. This output would be 120 plus 10, 122 plus 11, 122 plus 12, 126 plus 13, 127 plus 14, and 30 plus 15. This is how it are being worked. Now you know that how the variables are getting propagated in one batch step. So whatever value that happens from here till here, okay, this variable gets shifted from one batch step to another batch step. At the end here, the variable is nothing but this guy, okay, the unchanged variable. Here you set it as 100 got changed here, 100 got changed here, 100 got changed here, but here at the end the output is always 100. Okay, remember this. So this value gets remained unchanged on complete. So this is quite very difficult, okay, to have a traverse of the variable propagation, but you guys understood how the batch processing works in the particular step. Now with this we'll stop at this video and let us try to explore further more concepts on the batch step. Now you know how the variable works. That's a good part. Okay, cool guys, gonna close this video now and see you guys in the next video. Thank you.